Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We just had a few hiccups with technology. Apologies for that. We are ready to rock and roll and get going. So thank you again for being here today. And we're so excited to welcome you all to Puget Sound, both today and once you arrive here on campus in August. My name is Kevin Buchanan. I'm the Assistant Director of Student Involvement here on campus, working with the Passages team. I have a great panel of folks here to help answer some questions to help you prepare your arrival to campus. And we will do some introductions in just a second. Before we get to that, just a little bit about the format for today. Once we get through our introductions, we'll have some questions we often get for these various folks. I'll start asking those. And as other questions come to mind for you all, you're welcome to use the Q&A function down below in your little bottom toolbar and ask any questions that come to mind regarding your arrival to campus. We have a great team of folks working in another room who will help to answer those questions, and they'll also send me some questions that we're getting a lot of or that feel really pertinent to today's session. So just keep an eye on those being answered in there, and we'll also answer some out here. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started with our panel. So I'll have the panel introduce themselves. If you'd like to share your name, your pronouns if you choose, your title or which office you work with, and in your time at Puget Sound so far, which campus-wide events have been really impactful to you? What are some things our students should be kind of looking out for during their time here at the university? We'll start with Landon.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Landon Wade, he, him pronoun. I am the Director of Advising and Fellowships Office. And one of my favorite things actually starts at Passages. It's the academic fair, and that's when all of our faculty from every department on campus are all in Jones Circle and on the slab outside of Wheelock, just answering questions from students. We want you to pursue your interest. But we also want you to keep an open mind and realize there's probably some stuff that you haven't thought about or haven't seen before. So just being open to sort of the reality of what you can do here over your next 3 or 4 years.
Awesome. My name is Lexi Pickett. I'm a student success coach. I use she, her pronouns, and I work with students last name M through Z. Our other success coach, Will Holland, works with last names A through L. And my favorite event, or one of my favorite events, is Haunted Wheel Lock, which is a sort of, it's not haunted house, it's not scary, but our main student building gets all outfitted for Halloween, and there's different spooky interactions you can have. And I just think it's really fun, really something to look forward to. And I love it when it happens every year.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tori Henson, she, her pronouns. I'm an Associate Director of Admission with the Office of Admission. And I note that I don't have a name here on the screen, which I think is actually pretty appropriate because Office of Admission, our role in your lives is kind of fading out. We're kind of, slowly disappearing. We've been very important to you probably for a little while, and now all these folks get to take over. But we're super, super happy that you're here. One of my favorite events on campus that I look forward to every year is Pops on the Lawn, which is a concert put on by our School of Music. Students come out, they do a concert on the quad. We all come out, we throw our beach blankets down, folks from the neighborhood come in and watch. It's just a really fun time. It happens at the end of classes in the spring, so there's a real celebratory feeling. We usually have great weather that particular week. It'll start raining the week after, but for that week it's great. So yeah, something to look forward to.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Tiffany Newton. I'm the Director of Alumni and Parent Relations here at Puget Sound. I use she, her pronouns. I am an emotional support extrovert and will be a question answerer for so many of you as you start your journey with us. As far as my favorite event, I'll speak a little bit on Homecoming and Family Weekend later. So instead, I'm going to preview Summer Reunion Weekend for you all. And it's slightly unfair of me because we bring back about 800 alumni and their loved ones every summer to celebrate the communities and relationships that they made here at Puget Sound. They have a great time. They take over all the dorms. It's a fabulous time. But you do have to be with us for a few years to get there.
My name is Molly Clement. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a student and a passages coordinator. And one of my favorite events is Log Jam, which is one of the start of the year events where all of the clubs are out in Jones Circle and you get to sign up for a bunch, and it's when everyone's really together for the first time, which is really fun.
Hello, I'm Nevaeh Purnell. My pronouns are she, her. I'm also a current student and I'm another passages coordinator. And so far, my favorite campus-wide event has to be RDG, which is our preparatory dance group. It's non-competitive and everybody gets to try out and experience it. A lot of our students go, so it's really fun.
Great. Well, thank you all. So again, as questions come up for you all, feel free to send those in the Q&A. And we'll jump into some questions. And I do apologize. Our team will be sending me some of those through my phone. So that's why I have that out here, just so I can keep track of all that. So we'll start off with Landon. How do I get registered for my fall courses?
Yeah, so we have asked you, and 441 of you as of this morning have completed the advising questionnaire, which you can access through your portal. So that is a series of questions where we ask you to rank some courses of interest, maybe some majors or minors that you're thinking about, and then we will use that to register you for your fall semester. We use a computer, not AI, but a different version. And then what is really important for all of you is that after we do that run through with a computer, a real live human, me being one of them, will review the schedule and make sure that it makes sense, at least on paper. So if you tell me you really want to take French 301, which is junior level French, and I see you've never taken French nor noted that you speak French at home, I will not put you in French 301, even though you really like it. So we do some checking on that regard to make sure, especially with math and languages, that you're in the appropriate placement. We do know that that's a lot to ask. We ask, of course, for many more things than you'll actually be taking. Most students take 3 or 4 classes in the fall. So when you get your schedule, which you'll be able to view July 20th, everything is frozen. No one can make any changes. But when you come to Passages, you'll meet with your faculty advisor and a peer advisor. That Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of Passages week, you can talk about, hey, I no longer want to do this, or I found this new thing. You can add and drop during those first days of Passages. And then like every other semester, the first week or 2 of the semester, there's always an add drop period. So we do what we can to get you good courses. They, of course, will all work, but depending upon how your summer goes and new things you may discover, you did still have the opportunity to adjust that upon your arrival at Passages.
Great, thank you. For Tori, how do I keep track of what I need to do and stay on top of everything as I get ready to come to campus?
Yeah, a lovely question. Right in your My Puget Sound portal, you'll find there is a checklist right in that portal. It's going to list all the things that you need to do, everything from setting up your email account to submitting your ID picture, doing the questionnaires that we ask you to do for advising, for housing, all of that kind of good stuff, medical forms, you name it. So it's all in there. There's a nice list for you to follow. Our office will continue to kind of bug you about things as well. So you will get emails. Keep an eye on your email too. And of course, we do have a website, newstudents.pugetsound.edu. will give you a lot of information, including a page with deadlines and information about things you need to do.
Great, thank you. For Tiffany, what should our parents and families know about move-in weekend from August?
There's so many things to know. The first one is please bring your student. No, so really move-in weekend is an opportunity for you to come to campus, help your student feel like they are getting settled and know what's going on to the best of your ability. Do a very quick move in into the dorm rooms, and it's very coordinated. And then attend your own orientation. I'm not sure if you were expecting that, but we have a full day of programming for parent and family orientation where you will hear a keynote from one of our leaders in student affairs. You will have an opportunity to attend morning and afternoon sessions from all of our different student support and academic areas: academic advising, career and employment services, the Center for Student Support, the Center for Writing and Learning, counseling, health, wellness services, known as CHAWS. You'll learn some of these acronyms and things. Dining services, because food is very important. Residential life and student financial services. And then there will also be time for lunch and time for open house and to tour campus before you meet with your student and kind of part ways. But we hope that you will continue to read emails, check the portal, read all of that information that we send so that we can really make sure that you're in the loop and stay connected. And if you have any questions about where to go get a new set of sheets at Target or that kind of thing, we can also give some advice on last minute move-in things you may have forgot.
Great, thank you. For Lexi, you've touched on this a little bit, but what is a student success coach? And how do I know which one will be mine?
Yes. So as a reminder, you know who your student success coach is by your last name. A through L is with Will Holland, and M through Z is with me. A success coach is a staff member, me and Will, who is here to help you navigate the university in your first year and help you in sort of whatever way you need so that your first year is really successful. We will reach out to you throughout the year, so you don't have to do anything to receive that reach out. You'll hear from us throughout the year, checking in, seeing how things are going, and we would love to hear back about what's going on and to meet with you to see if there is any additional connections that you need made, anything that's not going quite right, or hear that things are going really well as well. Yeah.
Thank you. For Molly or Nevaeh, when will I find out which immersive experience I've been placed in?
After filling out or ranking the immersive experiences, you should hear back on July 15th. It should be either through email or your student portal, I believe.
Great, thank you. And what other fun things will I be doing during passages?
Yeah, in addition to your immersive experiences that you'll all be on, we have many like full freshman class events like tote bag decoration, the great game, which you'll find out later. Water activities, there's a hypnotist, drag queen bingo, there's many different events. So get ready.
Well, thank you. For Landon, what if I don't like my schedule or there are changes I want to make to it?
Sure. So there's a lot of flexibility, first of all. All of you will take a Connections 100 level course. That's the only shared course across the curriculum. After that, everything counts. It's just a matter of where you end up going for major and minor. If you don't like stuff, again, as I said before classes start, you'll meet with your faculty advisor and peer advisor. You can make some changes. Sometimes students get in a class and you receive a syllabus, which is an outline of the course, assignments, how things are going to be graded, readings, all that stuff. And sometimes when you're looking at all those syllabi together, you may say, hey, this is a weird mix, or everything's due at the same time. You can still add drop the first 2 weeks of the semester and do that in consultation, again, with your faculty advisor, peer advisor, and then of course the instructor of that individual course.
Great, thank you. We have a specific question. If I changed my mind about my world language since completing my survey. Would that be the same steps if I want to change anything there that you're just talking about, or?
Yes, so this is where I get to sound like the old crusty man that I am. We don't make any changes because everybody gets information coming in differently over the summer. So we found that it's sort of fairest and most equal if we just freeze everything once we have made those placements. The one exception is AP exams, and if you have dual enrollment, college and the high school, as those things come in, so also on your portal, there's a reminder, we need your high school final transcript. We need a final transcript from any dual enrollment, college and high school, and then AP or IB score reports. So send all of those in. As those come in, we do get a flag of, hey, this student is registered for that course. So if we put you in Spanish 102 and then you get AP credit for Spanish 201, we'll make those changes. If finally answering your question, if you changed your mind and said on that advising questionnaire, I really want to take Spanish, and then France won the World Cup and you want to speak French now, great. When you arrive at Passages, you can make that swap out.
Thank you. For Tiffany, when can parents expect to register for their orientation?
So orientation registration will start in July. That first email will be around the second week of July. And then there will be reminders and other communications that come through our admission partners so that we can make sure you don't miss it.
Great. For our coordinators again, when will I know who is in my group with my immersive experience?
It'll be the Saturday after move-in. You'll meet with your groups for the first time. Everybody will be meeting them unless your Passages leader puts you in a group before you arrive on campus.
Great, thank you. Another one for Landon. When will I know who my peer advisor and my faculty advisor are?
Sure. So that's a good question. You would think I would know the answer. So you get access to your faculty advisor, I believe also on July 20th. In the world of higher ed, our faculty members have different responsibilities in the summer. So they are largely reading, writing, researching. They're not on campus in the summers. And then our peer advisors join us the week before Passages and do training. So even though you will see faculty advisor and then peer advisor, you'll see just before you arrive for Passages. Any questions are best sent just to our academic advising at Puget Sound email, because those folks have other responsibilities in the summer and we can help until you all get here for Passages.
Thank you. Getting a lot of academic advising questions, so I apologize, Landon. I'll have you talking a lot. So students need to submit their AP courses and their high school courses, things like that. Once they do that, will they know which credits will be accepted?
Sure. So writ large AP exams of 4s and 5s yield credit here. IB higher level exam scores of 5, 6, and 7 yield credit. Officially, that's a registrar office function. So as they receive those, I believe the registrar will email you, again, as Tori mentioned, to your Puget Sound email address. I know none of you check your email, that's fine, but you should, because that's how we officially communicate with you, both now and when you're one dorm away from us. And then if you have questions about that, you can certainly reach out and we'll try to answer over the summer. But the big concern is to make sure you're not going to duplicate credit. So if in my earlier example, you get AP credit for Spanish 201, third semester Spanish, we don't want you to take Spanish 101 or 102 or even 201 because you already have those skills and we want to build upon those skills, not to go backwards.
Great, thank you. We do have a question about housing, roommates. We do not currently have a representative from Residence Life here with us. They will actually be joining us in August for that session, August 5th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But generally, you will soon-ish, actually. In the coming weeks,
26th, next
26th.
Friday, yeah.
Great, thank you. The 26th, you will receive your housing placement letter, and that will give you information on which room you're in residence hall, as well as it should have your kind of appointment to move into your residence hall come move-in day, August 21st. So that is the answer to that. And again, we will have someone from Residence Life here in our next session who can answer a lot more specific questions. You're also welcome to reach out to them via phone or email. It's residencelife@pugetsound.edu, and they are more than happy to answer those questions if they come up in the meantime. And we can continue to try to answer them as best we can though today. Okay. Perhaps for our coordinators or Landon, what is class registration look like for later semesters? So after this first semester, how might that look for students the rest of the time here?
I can talk on that. So for your freshman year, I guess your second semester freshman year, you'll have a peer advisor who you'll meet with, and they can like show you how to do all of these things, but it's in the portal as well. And you select classes and you use this thing called Coursicle, which allows you to like see when the classes are and when they'll fit into your schedule and what you need for all, or like we have like in our website, you'll see what you need to graduate essentially. And then you get a registration appointment and it'll be like 2 p.m. on Thursday. And then at 2 p.m. on Thursday, you just click the button and then hopefully you get all your classes. Sum it up.
Yeah, so it is a big change because we register you for your first semester. Then when you're on campus, you'll have a faculty advisor, a peer advisor, the registrar's office, sort of everybody is here to help. We do, to my knowledge, like every other institution, register based on earned units. So seniors go first, then juniors, then sophomores, then first years. That to possibly head off a "what if I don't get anything I want" question. I have never heard of a student not getting things they want. But for those of you, especially with advanced standing, AP, IB, college and the high school, those can and do sort of push you ahead of the schedule. So depending upon that status, you may be registering a little bit early than your peers. But again, faculty, staff, peer advisors, people are here to help. So that first time, I will tell you, is the worst time because you've never done it before. Look, you're learning in college. So once you do it the first time and have a night or two of sleep to recover, you're good to go for the next semesters.
Thank you. For Tiffany, if you could just remind us the day our parent orientation occurs, and again, when registration will open for that.
Sure. So we are still working on the email process and date. So again, it should be that second week of July. You're welcome to email and contact our office. And actually, if you go onto the website and search, go to the alumni page. I know it sounds weird, but we're a combined office. It's one of the big boxes on our webpage. But it'll be Saturday, August 22nd. You will start hanging out with us at 8:30 in the morning. And then there will be programming through to 3 p.m.
Great, thank you. For Tori, maybe you can try helping answer this question. Someone's having some issues just accepting federal aid, the button specifically not working in their checklist. Do you have any recommendations on maybe steps they could take to work through that issue?
I would say to get in touch with our Student Financial Services office. I know that sounds like I'm sort of punting the question, but truly they are so good at what they do and they are so helpful and so kind. So you can either reach out to them by phone, and that's 253-879-3214, or it is SFS, thank you. Oh, long day. I got the phone number right though. SFS@pugetsound.edu. So reach out to them, they'll help you. Sometimes it's just a technical issue. Sometimes there's maybe a form you didn't think you had to do. They'll help.
Great, thank you. For Landon, is it possible to meet with a counselor, advisor, or someone from academic advising prior to finalizing a schedule to talk about AP credits and picking classes? And if so, how would they go about contacting them?
So you can always call our office, but frankly, we have all the information. It's probably easiest to just wait until your schedule is posted and then make those adjustments, especially with the carve out earlier of duplicate AP, IB, college and high school. We do get a flag when there's duplicated stuff. So we'll be adjusting those schedules as they come on. But contrary to what I just said, we're always happy to talk to you.
Great, thank you. And just as a reminder, those adjustments and changes happen during Passages Week, correct?
Correct. So you'll move in on Friday, you meet with peer advisor on Sunday, but maybe Saturday. It changes a bit year to year, and I don't yet have this year's committed to memory. But that Sunday and Monday, you definitely will meet with your faculty advisor and your peer advisor and be able to adjust. So the idea is that even though we are first alphabetically, some people think we are not the most fun part of Passages, which is fine. So sort of getting the business side, classes and everything done early in that week, then allows you to detach from the academics and sort of connect and community build and all that stuff that the immersive experiences do in the second part of the week.
Great, thank you. For our coordinators, how does Passages work with orientation? It seems like they overlap maybe. When do we find out again which group we're assigned to?
You'll find out what group you're assigned to on July 15th. So put it in your calendar. And what was the rest of the question?
How does Passages work with orientation?
Good question. I would say they're kind of like interlinked a little bit. Like Passages is just the name for our orientation here. And I would say people usually think of like Passages as the immersive experiences, but it's what we call the entire orientation, where you're like meeting all of your peers and like getting to do all of your academic things as well as fun other social things.
Thank you. Tiffany, could you tell us a little bit about Parent Family Weekend and Homecoming Weekend?
Yeah, homecoming weekend is wonderful. Our office works with all kinds of areas of campus and community partners to host a variety of different things. So we expect about 1,500 people to come back. We will have campus tours. There will be open houses of various things on campus. There will be a bunch of different sporting games, both alumni games, which is kind of fun to see alumni play current student athletes. They hold their own. They don't do too bad. But then also to see them play in collegiate sports. So the football game will happen. There'll be barbecues. Usually Friday night, we have a big welcome reception and celebration. Saturday night, there's a musical or theater performance. There are faculty sessions. You can come in and see different classes. So it's really a way to bring everyone into the Puget Sound experience and to have some fun and to really get to see what logger life is all about. Hopefully not get too rowdy, but show some school spirit. Get that swag ready to go and just have a lot of fun and build community. It's also been shown that, you know, it's great to reconnect. Of course, it's at the end of October, October 23rd through 25th, if I haven't mentioned that already. It also is just about the right time to reconnect with your students because they've started to settle in and make those organic connections to their community. And that really helps them feel like they've found some connections here before they then come back and get to see their loved ones too.
Wonderful, thank you. For our coordinators, just as students, when can I expect to get my class syllabi?
If it's online, your professors will likely post it a couple days before the class actually starts. But on the first day of classes, professors usually print it out and hand it out.
Great, thank you. For Landon, if I was dual enrollment, so I went to community college while I was still in high school, do I need to send separate transcripts, even though my community college classes are also in my high school transcripts?
Yes, so you have given us probably an in-progress high school transcript. We need the official one that has your diploma degree awarded. It's the Tory thing. I don't know the word. And then even if they are on your high school transcript, we need an official transcript. So official does matter here, not an unofficial copy, but an official transcript from the registrar of that 2 or 4 year institution sent to our registrar. Excellent question.
Great, and kind of going with that as well. So if my high school is emailing my official final transcript, do I need to upload anything or will that be uploaded for me?
I have no idea.
Yeah, no, the school, let your school do it because having the school send it to us is what makes it official. Like we couldn't take it from you anyway. So yeah, nothing that you need to do. Just make sure that your school is sending it to us and then we'll take it from there.
And then is there a deadline for sending in those transcripts?
We like them as soon as possible because it allows the registrar's office to get everything squared away, make sure all that graduation is official. There's not a strict deadline because every school has a slightly different process and you might, some schools end in the middle of May, some at the end of June and takes a little time. So there's not a strict deadline, but really as soon as you can.
Yeah, and I would encourage you, especially with AP scores usually released about July 4th holiday. As soon as your final grade is posted for those dual enrollment college classes, as soon as you have your official score from AP or IB exams, and they're all in, go ahead and send that because again, we really want to make sure that we're not putting you in a class that you already have the content knowledge for. So getting that early, as Tori said, allowing our registrar colleagues to do that work and then throw up any flags for adjustments before you arrive would be great.
Great, thank you. And then just confirming some things. So with those transcripts, AP scores and things being sent in, is there, by other organizations, is there a way they can check that they have been received or is there any steps they need to take to make sure that they're in there?
You'll see in your checklist that we've received your final high school transcript with your graduation on it. But in terms of knowing whether or not we've received AP, IB scores or dual enrollment, I take it back. Our office can let you know if we've received the final college transcript for any dual enrollment credits. But I don't know about AP or IB. Do you?
Yeah, so the registrar will reach out. So once, not upon receipt, but once they post it to your record, they'll email you and say, hey, here's what you're going to get credit for and how that works for degree requirements.
Great, thank you both. Tori, how many students are we expecting for the class of 2030?
We are expecting right at the moment 488 incoming first year students. We currently have 26 transfer students that are also excited to come as well. That number will probably tick up, but yeah.
Wonderful. Our coordinators, could you give us just kind of like an overview of what passages is, what's included, what we should expect that week after we move in?
Yes, well, okay, so like a Monday through Friday sort of thing. Monday, you will be doing activities, you'll be busy the whole time. You'll meet your passages group, which is probably gonna be around 10 to 12 people. And then Tuesday, your immersive experiences start. So whatever like passages group you're assigned to, you'll either leave for your trip or begin doing whatever activity it might be. There's so many different ones. And that will continue on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday, we have our sort of like wrap up, like passages is ending, we're winding down, we're like going back to real life. Like it's kind of like the last night of camp is how I think of it. but it's a lot of fun. And so yeah, it's like a very busy week, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of activities.
Great, thank you. Tiffany, do parents need to attend orientation?
It is not required. I mean, we're very fun and I think you'll get a lot of information, but it's not required. I will say that these sessions are not recorded, so there's not a virtual component. And we anticipate about 600 or so parents and loved ones to participate. There, like I said, there'll be a keynote and a bunch of different sessions that you can go to and open houses. If you feel like there's any specific information that you need, you can contact our office and we can connect you with that specific office. We're happy to answer questions that we know or connect you with someone smarter than we are that can give you specifics. So it's not required. So just do whatever is best for you and your family.
Great, thank you. What is a unit? Is it the same as a credit? Anyone who's feeling like they want to answer that one?
So in the 1900s, the Carnegie classification system was created. Most of our classes, most of our academic classes are 1 unit. We're one of a handful of institutions that still use units. Thinking about full-time standing, 3 units is full-time, so 3 classes. Most students take 4 classes, and then tuition covers 3 to 4.75 units. So there's no one right unit value. Student athletes, intercollegiate student athletes receive activity units when they're in season. Non-student athletes can take activity classes. Those are a way that you can sneak in units if you're feeling something about wanting more units, no additional tuition. To translate to the semester world, 1 unit class is equal to 4 semester hours. And then if you're at a quarter institution, if that's more your experience, 6 quarter credits is equal to a unit class.
Thank you. We also have a question. When does signing up for work study open? So I can answer a little bit of that. So if you have been awarded federal or state work study, the Office of Career and Employment Services will be reaching out to you directly with information regarding that. Come Move-In and Passages Week, we have a specific session that you will attend there where they will present a bit more, give you more information on that whole process. That same week as well, there will be time for you to meet with whoever your soon-to-be supervisor is to interview for that role that you've been assigned to or placed in, and you will be able to go from there. If there are like further specific questions regarding that process, would encourage you to reach out to that office directly. So you can reach them by email. It's ces@pugetsound.edu, and that's CES standing for Career and Employment Services.
I'll just add to that too. You have to do the application over the summer if you want to receive the opportunity to interview for work study, and that deadline is July 15th. And if you miss it, you might miss your chance to get a work study job.
Thank you. Lost my place, I apologize. Maybe for Tori, with our checklist, what if my immunizations record's still waiting review, but everything else is satisfied?
I will say that on the immunization review, if you know that you've turned the information in, just hang tight. Those records are manually reviewed by folks in the Counseling, Health, and Wellness office, and it doesn't necessarily happen immediately. They work different hours over the summer because there are so few students on campus. So just hang tight on that. If you know it's in, you've turned it in, you should be fine. If it's going on weeks, I don't know, Lexi, what your advice usually is kind of.
I would say if it's the end of July and it's still on there, then I would reach out, but give it a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you. How long after first day of classes do we have to cancel or change any classes we're registered for?
So students can add a class the first week of the semester. You can drop a class, which means it never shows up on your transcript through the end of the second week of the semester. Then weeks 3 through 12, you can still leave a class. That's called a withdraw. A W is noted on your transcript. Students really care if there's a W. I love students, but no one else cares if there's a W. It's a historical marker, not a demerit. So there's time, and prior to making those adjustments, again, you've got faculty advisors and peer advisors who can help you think about the reasoning, and sometimes it would make sense to leave and sometimes it would make sense to stay.
Great, thank you. For anyone who feels like they can answer, if I'm not doing federal work study, how can I work on campus still? Or is there a way to work on campus?
I can answer this. We have a campus job board that you can see either on the CES Career and Employment Service website, or you can log into our broader job board called Handshake, and Handshake includes campus jobs, and it also includes other jobs in the community that are tailored towards college students. So it's not the same as like LinkedIn or other job boards like that. It is jobs specifically with college students in mind. You can get to Handshake during the school year through your student portal. It's one of your tiles on there. But that's how you search for jobs, and you can like set little flags and stuff to have it remind you if new jobs come up. There's a lot of like customization in there to be able to find a job that works for you.
Great, thank you. And you had mentioned a work study application. Where can students find that?
It should be in your email. If you have set up your Puget Sound email, it will have gone to your Puget Sound email. And I think it's also in your to-do list, but I'm only like 95% sure about that. But definitely your email, and it went out on the 15th, so 2 days ago.
Yeah, so be sure check those emails. Again, also you can reach out to Career and Employment Services and they will be able to answer those questions as well. Can I have a car on campus as a first year student? I'm coming from a state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll just have you register your car with security. They'll give you a little sticker. There's no cost for it. There's no cost to park. You can park or leave your car over winter break, right? there is a fee for that.
There is, yeah.
But just generally day in and day out during the semester, no charge for parking.
Great, thank you. For Tiffany, with parents of our fall athletes who may be moving in earlier than our typical students, what information is out there for them outside of maybe what's scheduled that Saturday?
So we don't have a second orientation available for those parents. There are some resources on our website, but if you have burning questions or things that you really want some more time and attention on, please know we're happy to answer those questions, but we do not have like a second special thing added to the schedule. I'm sorry.
Thank you. All right, for our coordinators, are there any activities for new students on Friday evening, or is that free time?
Friday after Mass, like at the end of Mass?
I'm thinking they mean move-in day, would be my guess.
Oh, so that Friday, right before we get into parent and family orientation and stuff, there are some affinity-based celebrations. There's some different things. They're not on the schedule, maybe just fully yet, but often that is a moment where you can kind of connect and start making friends with roommates and people that are on your floor or in your hall. But then also there will start to be those campus community building opportunities. I know that there's a first generation one often. There's one, I'm gonna forget the name. Is it Las Fronteras? But there's a couple of different ones that are based on different community and affinity connections.
Yeah. In addition to that, that evening, we also have our convocation. which is kind of your kickoff to being a student at the university. So the entire incoming group of students will be there. We'll also have our orientation leaders there, doing some chants and songs and things like that. It's a lot of fun. Bring a fan with you. It might be a little warm. But that's another way just to hear from some of our campus representatives. So President Crawford, our Dean of Students, our ASUPS president. ASUPS is our student government here on campus. So just kind of your first official big welcome to the university. And then also following that are those special welcome events, as well as we have a welcome festival. So our dining and event services will host kind of like a picnic sort of thing. So you can kind of get a taste of all the different options at the diner, as well as some other fun things too that maybe aren't there as regularly. Okay. I read that if I drop one course between the 1st and 10th day of the semester, it will result in a loss of university aid. Is this correct?
It is not correct. So earlier answer, 3 units is full-time. So if you start with 4 units, great. And you decide to drop to 3, no change in tuition, aid, anything like that. The great majority of all of our students are full-time students, which also means they qualify for federal, institutional, and where appropriate, state aid. And almost all of that aid is predicated on full-time standing. So if you are in 3 units, and then you drop a class in those first 2 weeks, then you become a part-time student, and that's when things get recalculated. And in general, we don't like students to be part-time, but welcome to the world of advising. There could be reasons that you particularly need to be part-time, and we're happy to talk about that and also connect in our colleagues in student financial services about the monetary implications for that decision.
Thank you. Tiffany, could you remind us about homecoming weekend dates?
Yeah, homecoming and family weekend will be towards the end of October, October 23rd through 25th. And if I may, I'm stealing time, following up on the athletic early drop-off, a lot of our offices are open that week. So there's also the potential to go in and talk to someone in career and education services or CHAWS or that kind of thing. So we can get you that information as well if we can't provide a full experience.
Great. And then I'm unsure if I've completed my APQ. It's not in my to-do list. However, I don't believe I filled it out. Is there somewhere I can find that?
Yeah, so if it's dropped off your to-do list, that should mean that you've done it. Ever so often, we have a parent who does it for their child. I will chastise you now. Don't do that. You can give us a call or an email at advising aa@pugetsound.edu or 253-879-3250. I never call myself, so.
Cool. Well, we are reaching the end of our time this afternoon. So do appreciate you all for being here. If other questions do come up, please feel free to reach out to us at passages@pugetsound.edu, and we're happy to redirect you to where you need to get in touch with or continue working with admissions. We want to help you and get you set up. We also have our next seminar or webinar info session August 5th, same time. So please do join us then. We'll have some other representatives from different offices to answer those questions that maybe we couldn't get to today. So thank you again for joining us. Welcome to Puget Sound. So excited to have you here and have a great rest of your day.